YouTube, what's good, man? Welcome to Spencer. We just lost 1-0 to Supersport at Peter Magaba Stadium. And I have to say, man, what happened in that game is basically Supersport scores a goal against the round of play. And then Supersport defends and just says, Chiefs, break us down. And we couldn't break them down. It's that simple. It's that simple. We couldn't break Supersport down. I remember we played against Sundowns. We score we score a goal against them against the run of play, and then Sundowns manages to come back and score 2 goals against us. They managed to break us down. But look, when the City goes to Orlando Stadium, defends the whole game, and then Sundowns scores. I mean, Pirates scores 3. They managed to break them down. Same in the cup final. Stellenbosch scores 1 goal, defense. Pirates manages to break Stellenbosch down. We couldn't manage to break Supersport down because this is the first game where we actually had to break a team down because Amazulu, Maruma Gallants, Supersport last week and Sundowns, we had space to run in behind the defense. And if you check all of our goals, it's because there's space to run in behind those high lines. Today, Supersport played a low block and gave us the respect, and we couldn't break them down. It's that simple. We don't have the players to break these teams down. Dupree without, because he's all pace. Dupree without space to run in behind is useless. Chivavero couldn't do anything today. Mdusha Walala Vilagazi, they could do something, but they're not there yet. The decision making is still too slow. They can break the teams down, but the decision making is still slow. They're still young. They will learn into doing that. There's only one guy who could do that for me. It's Sereno. Sereno, that game was made for Sereno. I get Sereno's 33, but you need Sereno in that type of game. You saw he was pissed off because he could make a difference. I won't lie, but Sereno didn't do anything the first half. He didn't do anything. But yeah, you have to keep your best players on for moments like that, for moments of brilliance. So played for Sundowns. He's used to playing against teams that play a low block and give Sundowns the respect. Why is he being benched? I mean, being substituted off because the players who come on aren't even good enough to break those teams down. Because now we have Yusuf Maat and Fosler crossing the ball from 60, 70, 80 yards. Dog, you'd swear that these guys have bonuses on the contract for crossing. Why are we crossing from far out? Fosler, usually one of the best crossers in the PSL over the past 5 years, he couldn't even cross the street. Couldn't even cross the street. We couldn't. You saw, man. We were even forced to taking long shots. When a team is taking long shots, Guti, they can't break down the opposition. Pirates in the final, they didn't even try those long shots, man, that often. Every time us, because you saw Guti, we can't break teams down, man. You saw. And I told you about the league, man. Forget about the league. Forget about the league. The league title is over, man. I told you, Guti. Pirates is 5-5. Sundowns is 4-4. We're 2-4. 6 points out of 12. Some teams have 100% record. Let's just focus on getting number 3 or number 2. But I told you we don't have the consistency yet of getting to be the level of Pirates and Sundowns. We've improved, but Pirates and Sundowns have also improved, especially Pirates. So let's just not focus on that now. We've got 2 cups that we can definitely win. Let's just focus on being a cup team. That's how Pirates came up. They won a few cups. Now they're good in the league. Yeah, man. So let's do player ratings. Let's Dory. One thing I'll give him a 5. One thing I'll say is sorry his fault for the goal. One thing I'll say is that he's not a ball playing goalkeeper. He's not a ball playing goalkeeper. He's not good with his feet. There's just some blue balls where he like, I know it's a through ball. It's under pressure, but he just clears it. China passes that. Williams passes that. Yeah, but he's not a ball playing goalkeeper. And in the modern era, shot stopping is not enough. Shot stopping is not enough. So Barry, he's still a good goalkeeper though, but he has to improve on his distribution and being composed because in the modern era you need composed goalkeepers with their feet. And then Cross, I'll give him a 6 because the goal, you could say the goal was his fault because it came from the left hand side, but I'll give Fosler a 6 also, a 5 because you need to do better attacking because in the modern era you need attacking fullbacks. Magesi, I mean, also against Magesi, also against this opposition would have a field day because it's made for attacking fullbacks. Pasakamo would have a field day. Mudiba would have a field day. Like Hey would have a field day because the opposition is giving you space and it was giving you the license to attack them. And Cross is just a defensive fullback. It's like Ndwari. You're good at defending, but can you do offensive-minded? They have offensive-minded attributes in that game because there was nothing to do defensively. Fosler is crossing from Foster was just crossing for the fun of it, honestly. And he's one of the best crossers in the PSL, but he's just crossing for the fun of it. He has to improve, dog. I hope Solomon gets fit so we can see. Jabla Blom did well also. Dudley and Nasser Miguel, I'll give them both sixes, man. Nothing to do. Ball playing center backs, nothing to do. We look composed at the back. We don't concede crazy chances. With Klopo and Simango and Dove and Gezana were conceding loads of chances all season, but they look composed. And then the midfield, some kilos, why not give him a 5 because he dribbled past. He was an up. It was like yeah, he was everywhere. Like sometimes he dribbles past someone and then he loses the ball. That's some kilos one in a nutshell. You saw that shot, man. He could. Yeah, he needs to work on his shooting, man. Ngasko rakapolo kambunzu mfethu. Ngasko rakapolo kambunzu. Yusuf Manda, give him 5 also because what are you doing, dog? Like, bro, he was shooting from. Fosla was crossing from crazy distances, and then Malta's just shooting for the fun of it. I mean, crossing. I mean, also like Jens. I remember my coach from primary, or when I was in under 13, he said that players who move in or behind opposition defenders in order to receive a true pass are almost unstoppable, provided that the timing is almost correct. Just move in behind, tiki taka, move in behind. That's what the top teams do in the PSL this season. And then Dushwalala a seven. The man of the match for me is PG. He's trying. Whether the shots go in or not, he's trying. That's what I love about him. Dushwalala, man of the match today. You could see that in about a year or two, or even though as a Pirates, he'd be getting the same hype as Mofokeng. He'd be in the squad. If Mofokeng was the Chiefs, he wouldn't be the player he is today, unfortunately. And then left wing, who was left wing? Sereno, I'll give him a 5. He didn't do anything today. Before, he could change the game, but what he didn't play. We couldn't get the ball to Sereno, let's be honest. We couldn't get the ball to Sereno. And then on the right, we had Tuba. Give him a 5. Decision making. You see, we had some Keloswane, Tuba, Mdushabalala, Belakazi, like it's youngsters. Yeah, well, so I don't want to be too harsh for them, but you could see you need experienced players who are good on their feet to make the better decisions. The only thing that killed those kids was just the decision making, and it's because they're young. So I very well give him a 4 because he did nothing. And that's the video, guys. Please like and subscribe.